Robert Pattinson might be the best actor out right now. And this movie only adds more to his resume. The director of Parasite, Bong Joon-ho, has come out with a new movie, Mickey 17. Knowing that Parasite was highly rated, I decided to watch this one. Also, Robert Pattinson, my goat, and Batman is in it. And it also interested me a bunch. As you can guess from Parasite, the plot for Mickey 17 was extremely unusual and interesting. Basically, the movie is centered around this guy who decides he wants to go out into space and to be used as like a cloning dude in this new technology that is like only allowed in space because of how like new and weird it is. He goes up to do it because he's trying to escape the thing on Earth that he's running from. I won't go too much into it because that would be spoilers. The whole idea of this cloning job and the setting of this movie is very cool to me. And I think that many people would agree with that. And may I say, Bong made a great decision when he decided to make Hulk and Batman be the protagonist and antagonist of this movie. Like, it couldn't get more hell yeah than that. Speaking of Batman, Robert Pattinson might have the craziest range of voice of any actor right now. You cannot tell me that freaking Batman is the same guy who played Mickey in this movie and not expect me to freak out. I watched this movie with my girlfriend, and whenever Mickey started talking, I turned to her and I was like, "This motherfucker is the fucking GOAT!" And she agreed. The range of voices this man can do is incredible, and it doesn't even really stop there. Robert technically plays two characters in this movie with different personalities, and he does a great job at doing it, which I'll get more into in the spoiler section about that. I mean, even with Robert's performance in this movie, I don't think he's really the standout. I believe that the standout actor for this movie is Mark Ruffalo. Mickey
is such a two-faced turncoat traitor because he was a climate champion.
Almost every time he was on screen, I was giggling to myself because of how incredibly funny the character was. Now would probably be a good time to say that this movie is more comedic than it really is like super deep or serious or anything like that. So make sure you're okay with that before we go into the movie. Anyways, Mark Ruffalo plays a character that's supposed to be snotty and like stupid, and he plays him perfectly. As the audience, you never want his character to really win, but there's that part inside of you that low-key gets joy from his character doing things. Before the spoiler section, I'm gonna give this movie an 8 out of 10. Alright, spoiler time. There might be like 3 characters in this movie that are like actually likable human beings, and those characters are Mickey 17, Mickey 18, and that one scientist that like helps Mickey at the end. For a good chunk of this movie, the main characters are straight up just like not good people. Like, for example, Mickey's girlfriend, KSI. She's there for him throughout all of his trials with his like job and stuff like that, and like every time he gets duplicated and stuff like that, she's like emotional support for him. But once there's a duplicate and there's 2 of them, she just does hard drugs and commits infidelity, I think, because I don't really know if it would be infidelity because there's 2 of them, but she basically cheats on Mickey 17 with 18. And then it's like, oh, it's fine. Also, I'm doing hard drugs for some reason. At least for me, I think that's fucked up. Like, I feel like if I was Mickey 17, I'd be hella pissed. Whatever. Anyway, the other girl in the group basically does the same thing. We'll call her German Girl because I think she's German. I don't know if she's actually German, but that's her name now. German Girl's girlfriend died just a few minutes in the movie prior. She instantly forgot about her after having dinner with Mickey 17 and the leaders of the civilization when Mickey gets poisoned. I guess because she thought that they were both feeling down, she tried to like kiss him. And then after being rejected, she asked Mickey's actual girlfriend, KSI, if they were in an open relationship just because she's hella fucking horny and lustful or some shit because her girlfriend died and she's sad or something. I don't know. After being rejected. Again, after being rejected already. His girlfriend, being, you know, the dickhead that she is, wanted to keep both and said no. Well, I say dickhead, but like really, that's not a dickhead move to say no. But like also, she was trying to keep both of them as like her boyfriend, which is kind of just weird. I wouldn't say dickhead, that's just weird. You're just kind of weird. Anyways, after finding out that there was actually 2 Mickeys, the German girl said, "I'm gonna take Mickey 17 and you keep 18. Those were literally the words that she said. She said, she didn't even ask. She was like, "I'm gonna keep 17 and you can keep 18. Bitch, leave Mickey alone. He's going through way too much right now to be dealing with y'all's wholeness, bruh." The disrespect is crazy from both of them. And it's not only these two characters. Mickey gets disrespected by just about everybody in the movie. Even his best friend is a little dickhead to him. Mark Ruffalo's character, Kenneth Marshall, is one of those people because he's the main villain, which he did a great job at. I would never expect Mark Ruffalo to be able to play such an unlikable and like snotty character, but he did, and it was hilarious. His voice was so incredibly stupid, and he kept doing this thing where he would constantly be like licking his veneers and like scrunching his nose while he talks. Like his mouth was like always like slightly open all the time, and he had like his veneers poking out. He's like, yes. His character was obviously an allegory to a bunch of politicians, namely Bill Clinton, Trump, and Hitler, with like more twists of his own to make it his own character. But yeah, no, there was this scene where like he did like the little Trump dance, and then he's just basically acted like Hitler the whole time, and Bill Clinton was like the whole personality and the way he talked and stuff. Robert also does a great job at both playing Mickey 17 and 18 so distinctly different from each other. While 17 is a pushover and quiet and kind, Mickey 18 is more of like a blunt, selfish, like I'm gonna do everything myself type of guy, which sets up 18 greatly for his final scene fighting Kenneth Marshall, because he ultimately like sacrificed himself to kill the main villain that was ruining like everyone's lives. So like it was kind of like character development, you know what I mean? I mean, although it was a great sacrifice, I do wish it was a little bit more fleshed out. Like the scene was like 1 minute, like it was a very quick death, to be honest. But I mean, beggars can't be choosers. After the villain is killed near the end of the movie, it just shows how like life's gotten better for everybody. But there's one kind of odd thing that they just like straight up just threw in for some reason. Like a scene at the end after like almost everything was over, and it was like a random dream sequence that was like literally 5 minutes before the movie ended, where Kenneth and his wife are alive and trying to like terrorize Mickey. They like use like the cloning machine to bring back Kenneth, and like they're like trying to freak him out. It was like a little bit freaky, but I was like, this is weird. Like it like made me think that like they're actually alive or something. I was like, oh, this sucks. This is like you shouldn't end your movie like this. But he like woke up right afterwards and he was like, that was a dream. And I'm not really sure why they added this. It felt like really out of place considering that there was like no other dream sequence in the movie. But it didn't really ruin the ending after like they were like, no, it's just a dream. Anyways, it was a good resolution and it ended pretty solid. So yeah, 8 out of 10. Subscribe.